So we're going to create a rose garden behind there. We always really wanted a rose garden, so we're going to transform all of these. Behind us we have a very overgrown hedge.
So now we have got rid of all the tall overgrowth, we need to now take out all these stumps and clear all the ground of the overgrowth.
We've been a few days now working on clearing all the ground, so this is as much as we are able to do. And what we need to do now is we want to work the soil.
Now these are the original rope edging that goes around the orchard. What we want to do is get the center point, so then we can work out where the opening is going to be in this holly hedge.
We have managed to break through, and this will be an entrance from the orchard to the rose garden.
Momentous occasion, we're pulling at the final root in the rose garden. Now what I'm in the process of doing is we've got some excess holly here. What I'm going to do is lift it, raise it, and then start creating the arch that goes into the rose garden from the orchard. So we've got the ground to a reasonable level now, so we can start marking out where the paths are going to go, because we need to make sure that they're perfectly square, or as square as we can, with these original garden walls. One of the most important things for us is to make sure we've got a lovely centre line all the way down the orchard.
So we're laying the paths and we're gonna start doing all the edging, and then we'll focus in each individual beds.
We now have the edging in place, which is great because we can now already see how the paths are going to look. Now we just need to do the rope edging. So as we do these beds, we want to make sure that we've got an irrigation pipe running through. So this is a solid pipe that will connect the irrigation for the hedges and the roses. So I'm just working over here, and we're going to put another pipe under this path here to connect the two beds up.
We are so close. So all the rope edging is finished, and now we want to put some blue bricks at the end of a couple of paths. We're very excited because we are just waiting to get a delivery. They just rang us and they said that they are 30 minutes away. So we're a little bit concerned that if the thing doesn't go through the gates, it's gonna be a problem. So we're gonna prepare the soil to put the turf, and it's very, very important. The guys have sent us what to do. We are raking it all, we're making sure there's no stones or anything like that, and then leveling it out.
we like to be safe, so we've got some good quality topsoil here that we're going to sprinkle over all of it to make it nice and level, ready for the turf.
This turf is insane. It's so nice. It doesn't look real. Look at the difference that it is making already. If we tell you that we planned the paths based on the roll widths of the turf, will you believe us or not? Look at that.
Now it's like that game where you're not allowed to touch the carpet because we're not allowed to stand on the grass. So we need to get the bark from here to here. So we fill the bucket and we throw it. So we've got the 4 arches here, and what we've done is we've attached a twine just to hold it together, and what it does also is reinforces them, because with all of them together triangulated, it makes it really strong. The ones we got a pack of 8, which is really handy because we needed 4 for the center, and what we've done is we've using this arch to start forming through the original holly, and that will go straight into the orchard. It's been 3 weeks since we did the rose garden, and the grass is looking amazing. You can't see any of the lines now, and as it's 3 weeks, we can finally step on it and we can mow it for the first time. So the grass is established really well in the rose garden. We've done our first cut on it, which looks slightly brutal, but it will take shape again. And can you see these lines? Yes, Borja has already drove over it with a tractor. I'm hoping it hasn't left a dent.
But this kind of to improve the soil for the roses is supposed to be good. Anyway, the instructions, it says dig out a hole at least twice the depth of the width of the root. I mean, I'm gonna get into bloody China if I keep digging down.
With this weather, the roses have gone insane. There's so many of them. It's unbelievable. And this is the path we've created down the orchard, and it actually leads into the rose garden, and the roses are coming up really well at the minute. We haven't got any of the whites, but all the pinks are doing amazing. The rose garden is a great representation of how well we're doing at maintenance at the moment, which is not very. To keep on top of it, it's really hard, isn't it? Like, deadheading is a daily job, which we just don't have, especially with that little one over there.
Training by you, helper.
Yeah, he's got to watch and understand how to do it. So yeah, so Borja's doing the rose garden whilst I've been tackling the boring job of cutting back. Can you see these laurel hedges? We cut it back at the line of the wall when we bought the place because we were protecting the walls from with the worry that the hedges would push on the wall and push the walls out this way. But just look at the amount of vegetation that I've got to take off. It's unbelievable. I've done the section at the end, but you know, you can only fit so much in a wheelie bin.
It's time to do some work on the rose garden here in the main estate. I wish I had more time to do everything you're supposed to do with roses, but I never do. So I am already late. However, I've got a little trick for you, because last year I was exactly late as well to do the pruning. So you can see they has already start growing. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the pruning, but then I'm going to try to make new plants. I did that last year and I have got new plants. So if you see these little things, the new roses, I poked them last year while I'm doing my pruning, and then I try to make new plants. Same here at the back. Can you see? I attempted with all of these little sticks. Some of them obviously I knew they were not going to take, but look at all of the green ones. All of these are new rose plants that I'm hoping this year will start like making some flowers. So I'm going to do the same with the ones that I know, and this year I'm going to be more organized and I'm going to label them, as I have no idea what I'm growing here. First things first, I'm just going to go into the gardener's cottage, which is the cottage just behind me. I'm going to get some secateurs. If I was properly prepared, I will have like this very hard gloves to make sure that I don't get stung by the roses. I'm sure I will a few times, but that's what I'm going to do. So I've got my secateurs. I've got as well to label it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one, which this one is one of my favorites. It's called Queen of Sweden, and it's a very upright. The roses are very good for flower arrangement. So I'm going to just get cutting. So my trick is that anything that is like quite small, I'll just cut. Anything that is dead, you cut it. Anything that crosses, you cut it. And then I'm just putting it on a side. What I will do once I've got all of my cuttings, so I've got here another one, is I will put them on the side, and then I will make the cuttings to make new roses. Dean always gets very nervous when I start pruning, because he's like, you just get carried away. It's true. It's worth it. Look at this little tiny root. Can you see? This is a plant they made last year. Can you see the tiny root? Probably I've now killed it by putting it in nosy. So now when I've done my main pruning, I've got this left over. And from these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here. So you always want to cut above a leaf node. Leaf nodes, you see the little incisions around the side. So I'm just going to cut it, and I'm going to cut it on an angle like that. The only reason I'm doing that is so I know what areas I'm going to be poking up and which ones I'm going to be poking down. So the pointy bit is going to go up, and then beneath is going to be in the ground. And then I'm just going to count. So 1, 2, and probably 3. And I'm just going to cut below this. And this is a little stick. This is the bottom section. You can see these are the leaf nodes like that. This is pointing is the top section, so we'll plant it like that, and then now it's as easy as poking it down. So I don't know if maybe I've got like right conditions, because this is not the brightest of spaces, and the soil stays quite damp. So obviously I'm gonna move where all of this bark is, and now I'll push it down like that, cover it up, and leave it. And if it takes, it will grow some leaves. And because I will throw these away anyway, I will use it in the compost bin as I'm pruning, I always think, well, what is the harm in doing that? And if I have some that they take, they are free plants. And just like that, all the rose garden has been pruned. And the last thing I will do is to put a good amount of like well-rotted manure when I receive it, and they will be good to go to get loads of roses in a few months' time. Deadheading roses is a full-time job, isn't it, Karen?
Yeah.
But at least it's a nice smelling job. Just suddenly within a few days, boom, goes all with flowers. Been trying to train this arch for the past 4 years and it's going a bit wherever he wants. Hello, got my little companion here. He's very friendly. Aren't you friendly? Come on. He's keeping an eye just in case, like, am I missing something? Oh. Hello. He's super, honestly, look at where I am. He's super close. This is probably my favorite British bird. They just make me smile. Oh my goodness, the rose garden is, it's incredible. Look at that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So when I'm here around the roses, it just literally inspires me to flower making arrangements. So look at what I just made, which is really nice.